What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Pyrostasis here, and we are back in the world of StarCraft II. This was one of my games from earlier today on Monday while I was waiting for Diablo 3 to release, and figured I'd get up in the morning, do a little bit of StarCraft, get some laddering out of the way, and was hoping for a good game. Sadly, I did not get one. Now, I'm still doing my standard game setup where I'm still aiming for my metrics, but I'm starting to add in teching a little bit. I know I was going to have to shut this wall off, and this wall is very, very hard, at least for my newbie ass, to wall off. Was hoping that I wasn't going to get any nasty cheese or anything like that. I've actually been surprisingly lucky this past week in my laddering and not get cheesed. Now, I did see this guy come in, and when I saw him come in, I figured he was just going to come in, scout, and then bail. But apparently that wasn't quite douchey enough for him. So he ends up taking both of my gases, which, that's fine. That's no big deal. But, it kind of made me wonder, what's he going to do next? And I'm trying to keep from sicking my SCVs on him. I was going to try and power this up and get my Marines out fast. As soon as I saw that other probe, I knew some shenanigans were going to be going down. So I went ahead and got my wall sealed off, and I missed this little pylon up here in the right corner, at least initially. But I knew something was going on. I mean, you don't send 3 pylon or probes to somebody's base unless you're planning on doing something. Now, here's my failed attempt at microing. I was mainly concerned about just getting the wall off done and getting this Marine out. And then I noticed, oh shit, he's going for the gateway. And which I was kind of surprised about that, because usually they don't try and drop gateways inside my base. They're usually going for, the forge and the cannons. So I'm trying to get rid of his probe, trying to get rid of his stuff here. This has totally screwed me up at this point. I'm not even hardly thinking. I'm in full-blown bronze newbie panic mode. Just now getting my command center going to the orbital command, and then I see him dropping some shit over here. I'm like, damn it. Still making my Marines, still doing my pylons, so I was kind of proud of myself there. Went ahead and decided, let's go ahead and get a couple more barracks out, because this guy's going to go full-blown with this. He's not even going to half-ass it. This is going to be full retard. So my goal at this point is just mainly to clear out these before he can get his zealots out, which I should have no problems doing. Even with him chrono boosting, as you can see, it doesn't look like he's going to make it. Although it's starting to get a little close. And boom. So I leave the pylon here because I figure, fuck it. He's not really going to be able to do anything with a pylon yet. He runs his probe all the way around. I'm like, well, should I chase him? No, I should probably focus on the buildings. And I was a little worried that he was going to have, at any point in time, he was going to have the forge done. And then I see he's building the forge over here. And I'm like, well, fuck. So instead of killing the buildings, I decided to go for the pylons, because at least then I can just depower them. And once I saw that he had a forge over there, I knew that was a big threat. Thankfully, he canceled that building right there, and I knew I had to get over here to get the forge. So we bounced back and forth through this for the first part of the game. I managed to get his forge down. Why he didn't place a single... Well, I guess he couldn't have placed the cannon, because... I guess he should have placed the cannon over here, in my opinion, but... God only knows why he didn't. And he doesn't even get one up here. I've got a horde of Marines at this point in time. He's fucked. And we're just going to go ahead and speed things up here. I managed to clear the base. And I figured at this point in time... I'm not going to go that quite fast, but... I figured at this point in time, he's going to just back off. I'm going to be able to secure my base, and we're going to go back to a normal game. I knew I needed to get my stuff out. I knew he was going to be weak, and I had to hit him soon. But at the same time, I didn't want to hit him too soon, because he might, be ready for me. So I'm scouting out with my Marines. That way I know at least where he is. And, I figured... I was real happy with myself because I was able to actually hold the cheese off, even though, in my opinion, that was a pretty failed cheese. I mean, if you're going to cheese, in my opinion, you should probably go for the cannon rush. But then again, I'm new, so maybe the gateway in the base is a good cheese. And that right there was my newbie micro screw up. So But I wanted to show you guys this game because this game goes on for another 40 minutes. And I want to know what you guys think. Is this a douche move? I think it's a douche move. I think it's a shitty way to play. And I'll show you why here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and speed us on up. Now I go over and I hit his base, and he, like I pretty much figured, doesn't have anything to defend. I wanted to wait on until I had some medevacs just in case he had an army. I mean, I've got a pretty ridiculous army at this point. I mean, let's pause it a second. Let's look at the unit tab. With unit tab, I mean, he's actually done fairly good. He's actually outproduced me on probes. And I guess, you know, if that's all you're producing, that'd work out pretty good. I mean, he's got his secondary base. He was able to keep me from getting my secondary base for quite some time. So, you know, I guess he's actually in a pretty good spot. The thing is that he seemed to be a fairly decent player, micro-wise. And he just seemed to be, like, stuck on this cheese. Now, when I came over here and hit his base, I saw the Void Rays. And I knew that... I was worried that this group right here wouldn't be able to take him out. Because it's mainly Marines and Marauders. Now, Marines are perfectly fine for taking out Void Rays. I was just a little worried that I wasn't going to be able to kill them with my Marauders. So I figured at this point we're going to be doing a base race. I was pretty sure this was his only base down here. So I figured, well, screw it. I can probably kill that before he kills mine. I'm not going to pull back. And so I transferred all of my SCVs before he got there down below. And I'd planned on building 2 more command centers and basically just getting my base going again. I had an army. I knew he didn't. And I was hoping that, you know, this was going to be the end of the game. But sadly, no it wasn't. I'm just going to speed it up here. He's building command centers all over the map. I'm looking around trying to find out. I'm trying to get these back online ASAP. I know he's got Void Rays, so I'm trying to build turrets, but I didn't get him up fast enough, and I managed to push him off. He goes up, wipes out what's left of my base, and I'm just trying at this point in time to get back on my feet. I'm supply blocked, as you can see in the upper right-hand corner, to hell and back. So here in a minute, I think he actually comes down and wipes me out down low. I go and tell his other secondary base, again. Should have probably killed that pylon, but I was worried about him finishing me off here. I mean, as you can see, he did kill the base. I'll slow it down a little bit. And then he comes in here, and this is where he thinks he has me. As you can see, I've got a shit ton of minerals. I just have no supply depots. And he gives me the cocky GG. He's wiped out all my probes. I've wiped out his little base that he had up here. And now I'm like, shit, can I get back down here before he wipes everything out? And this was really close. When I played this, I did not realize exactly how close this had gotten. Now, if he had gone all the way up here, he probably could have taken this out before my army got back. And here I am just trying desperately to kill these, but I can't quite get over. And he'd been doing that to me all fucking game. I'd get so close to taking him out. And so at this point, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to park my army right here. I'm going to get my stuff going again. We'll speed her back up. And I basically just get my group going up top and down low. Get my supply unblocked. You know, put everything I've got into supply depots. And then we just get going again. I figure, well, fuck it. If he's going to go Void Rays, I know he's going to be in an even worse position than I am. So I build a bunch of starports. And I'm going to build some Vikings. And, you know, I'm just so mad at this point in time. But once I've got a decent number of these, I figure, well, I've got enough to hold off that one Void Ray left. Let's go and scout around. And we end up finding his last couple bases. He tries, as soon as he sees that coming in, he moves over and tries to take me out. Let me back that up. I went a little too fast there. Come on. There we go. I had these defending this base, so I knew I could move out with the army. My main worry here was that he was going to spread out all over the map and get going again financially. I mean, he's got his little observer here, which I missed. But as soon as I move my army up here, and I'll try and stop it this time. Once he saw that my army was up there, he knew that this base was undefended. And I guess he just didn't see these with his observer. I mean, he flew right past him. So he should have been able to see him. So once my army engages him up here... Where's that Void Ray? Where is the Void Ray? Did I already take it out? I guess I already killed it. I could have sworn he had another Void Ray around. Yeah. So I was building hardcore to counter Void Rays, which I apparently had already killed. I don't... Oh, there it is! I'm fucking blind. This is why Pyro doesn't commentate StarCraft normally. And I take him out with the Vikings, and he finally, after 40 minutes of hell, building all over the place, gives up. But for me, this was a very frustrating game. I mean, I was happy with myself that I was able to hold him off up here at my main base. You know, I was able to hold the cheese, and that's an accomplishment for me, because normally cheese takes me out. But, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a legitimate way to play, and I just need to man up and stop being a little whiny bitch? Or, you know, is this type of gameplay drive you absolutely bonkers and make you as mad as it makes me? I was very happy that I was able to turn it around and actually beat him. And, you know, when he GG'd me there, I so wanted to ran at the guy. You know, he made me so mad. But I figured, you know what? I'll just GG him back. I'm not going to feed his, his fuel. I'm going to just do my game and, you know, not let him get me off my game. But this right here was, I think this was my 20th game that since last week. And out of those 20 games, I've won 16 of them. I'm still in bronze. I don't know why it's taking forever to get out, but for whatever reason, it's taking quite a while. I am fighting mostly silver opponents now, though, so I'm hoping that I'm going to be bumped into silver soon. Although for the next week or so, this channel is going to be a little bit light on the content. And the reason why, Diablo 3 releases tonight at midnight. So a lot of my focus is going to be on my main channel playing that, and most of the other guys that are posting content to this channel as well are going to be focused on Diablo. So if you want to see Diablo 3 content, go check out my main channel. That's TDK Pyrostasis. I'll have that in the description below. So head over there, check that out if you want to see some Diablo 3 footage. Otherwise, it'll probably be later on in the week, and we'll get back to posting some StarCraft. Hopefully, on my end, I'll be in the Silver League by then. So, anyways, let me know what you guys thought about this game. Did you enjoy the replay? Do you like this type of gameplay where the guy's being a total douche and I managed to hold it off? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Click that like button if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our other videos. And I'll catch you guys in the next clip.